Best Reviews channel. You're obviously here because you caught me smoking. Um, we are here today with the wonderful, renowned author, James, from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. You see it on your screen right now next to his name. I want people to go and subscribe to him, especially those who subscribe to me for the TV recaps, because most of the recaps I do with TV are on his channel. Because I'm trying to tell you, there would be no B3ST reviews if he didn't encourage my little black ass to do it. So please subscribe to his channel so we could get his subscriptions up. If you don't want to subscribe, go like his videos. Even just click them and let it play. Like, we'll take anything. Watch time hours, subscriptions, likes. But we are here to discuss Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 11, episode 8, which is now on MTV. I have been noticing a lot of people commenting in public spaces, some to me like, what the hell? This shit's on MTV now. I've been looking for it on VH1. This is why. So I know with the apps and stuff, it's confusing. So for those looking at this recap, the show does air on MTV now. So we're going to get into things. Episode starts, and I was happy this episode kind of started quickly. You see that Scrappy is preparing for his final court date, it sounded like. So obviously some time has gone by because no one gets divorced that fucking quick, y'all.
Right.
Nobody. So time has gone by. And then we see that in the interview with him was Erica Dixon, OG to the show. So Erica Dixon was, in my opinion, a sight for sore eyes. Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. She still looks very good. Is aging wonderfully, all of those things. So she's actually in this interview meeting with Scrap while he's discussing things. And the woman asks Erica, well, how do you feel about Bambi as a stepmom? And Erica Dixon, is why I love her, because she will keep it real without going into that ratchet space. She's, I don't care for her. She says she does not care for her. Fast forward to that, it was good to see that Scrappy and Erica are in a good place. Anyone who is a true fan of the show, has watched from earlier seasons, understands and knows that these two, I mean, hell, they'd be married if they could figure out not how to argue. Honestly, they basically, that their problem was just the same shit that Bambi says she's leaving Scrappy for. It's literally the same thing happening again, except, yeah. So Erica even says she's just glad that it's not her going through the shit no more. The lawyer, in my opinion, seemed unprofessional. She did mention, though, that Scrap is a Capricorn. And in my experience of Capricorns, they are not the most responsible people. I know many Capricorns that will go party hard, lose their job, and then cry about it, wondering why and how it happened. That's all I'm saying. Capricorns love a good time, and they're not always the most responsible. That scene didn't give too much. I don't know if you want to give an opinion on that scene. Did you have anything to say?
So I know I'm about to be the anomaly here, and I don't really care because I don't like Erica.
Oh, you don't? I never knew
I
that.
don't like Erica.
Wow.
And to me, her and Scrappy are kind of one and the same. And that's, I think that they really were together due to like a trauma bond kind of situation. I don't feel like it was realistically infatuation of love or, you know, a preparation of wanting a future. I just think they both could relate to each other because of their mothers. And the reason why I don't like Erica is because she just, to me, always seemed angry. And I wanted her to get some help or have a better understanding of who she was. So that way she wouldn't have to move in such a way where it just seemed like she was just beautiful but always angry, if that makes sense.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I definitely agree. I think I especially appreciate you bringing up Erica's mom, because I had completely forgot about her presence on the show. And Erica's childhood growing up was very similar to Scrappy in that their moms weren't there, except Mama D was pimping and Erica's mom was smoking the pipe. So, you know, and these are things that they have said. I'm not just making things up, okay? But That's definitely a very good point to bring up. They did have Imani extremely young as well, so I could definitely understand and see where you're coming from with that. Moving it along, we will come back to Scrappy and Erica. The next thing we get is Rashida, the Frost, the joke of black people, the joke of marriage, the joke of black love. I can't take Rashida and Kirk seriously. I just like no matter how much I try, there's nothing on God's green earth that's going to help me like respect them as a couple. There's just not. I can't do it. So they are remodeling Frost Bistro. They say that they're now going for a breakfast and brunch vibe. Listen, I saw the Yelp reviews on Frost Bistro because I actually had a girlfriend who went to Atlanta. She was very excited. She's also a fan of the show. And that was one of the places she ended up deciding to avoid. She did not go there. She watches Love and Hip Hop, does not watch RHOA. I sent her ass to OLG, and she was happy about that. Frost Bistro, the reason she did not go is because they had 1 star on Yelp. It was terrible.
Does anybody go to Frost Bistro?
I don't know if they're open currently. I should definitely.
You see, she the right kind of person. See, my messy ass will Google that shit like I did with Bell Collective to see if
I low key do. Hold on, y'all, because I low key do want to know if Frost Bistro is open. And how are you a
because
bistro?
let me explain something to y'all. When I had my Bell Collective, it wasn't this review, it was the last review. My messy ass went and Googled Ferry Street because I wanted to see what was the actual district because it didn't make sense to me on the show. And when we were talking about it out loud, we were both looking at each other like, wait, what the hell's going on here? And my messy ass was like, I'm just gonna Google it because I need to know for myself, like, what are we talking about here? Because the location was that they were at was actually on Fair Street, but I was like, where on Fair Street? Because to my knowledge, it was all dilapidated. So where the hell are they at in the
So,
building that had lights?
as everybody can see, I just went to, I don't really use Google. I use Bing. Don't judge me. But Frost Bistro is open and they have 3 stars. This is Google. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, good for you, Rashida. It looks like the dollar. There
Wait,
used to be.
click on the pictures. Is that the
Oh,
food?
Lord. This is the food. This looks like, what is that, lamb chops?
They're like lamb chops, some yams,
Yes.
and some greens. Or is
Yes.
that
What else
kale?
we got? Oh, that's the decor.
I
Look at
actually like the decor. The decor is actually really nice.
it. Makes sense. It definitely makes sense. The seating
Okay,
is really low.
I like the place. Them some wings.
Oh, somebody tore the wings up.
Not really.
Somebody,
They must have
look,
been
now I
wiping
want some
it.
wings. Oh, the outside. Okay.
It's not bad. It's just
It's
do you
definitely
see?
not
Do they have a
bad.
website? I'm just curious. Are you clicked off of it?
Oh, I clicked off of it. Hold
I was
on.
gonna say, do they have a website? I just want to see the prices and stuff. I'm just curious because
Frostbistro.com for those interested in looking at it. I don't know why the hell we being so doggone uh nosy today, but you know what? Fuck it. It's my channel. I can do what I want. Look at
I say,
that.
because girl, if you don't look it up, I am.
But
Seriously.
they listen. That's why you're here. That's why you're the co-host. Because what I forget because I smoke too much weed, you help me to remember. I'm accountable.
Not just girl, I can't do with you. Get off this channel. Hurry up.
He loves me. He
I
loves
do.
me. He
I
can't get
really do.
enough of me. But the reason we were looking at Frost Bistro to those joining us is because on the episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Rashida and Kirk have this scene that I wanted to fast forward it, but I didn't because I respect those who support me. And so I watched the bullshit ass scene. And basically, we find out that Rashida has forgotten to file a permit. And the permit, I guess we find out later, is with, I guess their restaurant is in a historical district in Atlanta. So you don't just file regular permits, you also have to file permits with whoever runs said historical district. Okay, look, I'm not a fucking lawyer, but that's what I got from the show. So basically, Rashida was not aware of this. It did not get done. Kirk is super, super upset about this. And I guess he just starts speaking to Rashida in a way that she obviously is not okay with. So, James, are you still with us? You look frozen, darling. You might be frozen. That's okay. I'm going to drop you and have you come back to the channel. But basically, Rashida forgot to file a permit, which is very important. She needs a permit in order to operate. So they actually got issued a stop work order. Um, the result of that means that they can't continue with their construction and there's a delay. So my thing with this situation is I feel like Rashida and Kirk are trying to like show a different side of themselves outside of the constant drama and cheating and him being in strip clubs and things of that nature. But I'm just kind of like, I don't really care too much about the permit thing just because I know that they're going to figure it out. They've had businesses, but it is strange to me that someone missed that because you've known your restaurant is in this location. I'm just like, don't people of that type of money, astute, or whatever the hell, shouldn't y'all have somebody you can hire for that? That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. I just can't take those seriously as a couple. It's just a weird dynamic. It's just a really weird dynamic with Rashida and Kirk. But I do enjoy her wig, so I give her that. So we are going to continue on. Hopefully, James from Watch Your Mouth Reviews can join us back. But we're going to move it along. After this scene with Rashida and Kirk, we see Yandy meet with Rashida, and Yandy talks about how she's still shaken up from the meeting they had with Spice in the previous episode, where Spice says that she feels like she's going to die early because she's having all of these issues medically. So I could definitely understand how something like that could be bothersome to hear from anybody. It's like, you feel like, what now? You want to get them a therapist, say a prayer, do something, but that's definitely stressful. So they talk about their relationships and things of that nature. And I didn't really care for it. I'm not going to go over it too much. I don't quite understand Yandy's purpose on the show. I'm just going to be entirely honest. It doesn't quite make sense, but in the words of James from Watch Your Mouth Reviews, he said Mona must owe Yandy some money or something because it doesn't make any sense. But we do find out at the end of this that Mita, Spice's friend, is organizing an event for women where she's asked Yandy to be on a panel to help uplift women, which is interesting because it seems like Mita is working with a lot of the women in the group, getting to know a lot of the women in the group, but Spice is upset about Carly. So it just goes more to show that Spice's issue with Carly makes absolutely no sense. So we're going to move it along. We see Erica Dixon, Lil Scrappy, and their daughter Imani, who is turning 18, which is wild because for those watching, we remember Imani from when she was extremely young. So it's crazy to see her on TV grown. But they speak a little bit about the issues with Bambi and things of that nature. And Imani basically states like, she's protective over her mother and her father. She does not play about either of them. And I think most people are that way. She definitely has some hostility towards Bambi. She refers to Bambi as a Debbie Downer and is talking to her about all the negative things that she does. Listen, I understand her issue with Bambi. I think Bambi was fucked up for responding and getting that Imani online. I just don't feel like adults should argue with children or, the children of your spouse. But I think at the same time, she kind of got to get out your dad's relationship so much. She's definitely in the relationship a bit too much. So moving it along, we see Kirk and Rashida again, and she lets Kirk know that she feels that he has been negative. She has Carter, who's their son, very cute kid, come and read an essay about how he loves his dad and how he appreciates his dad providing for him and all the things he does. I was just like, in my head when he read that, I was like, I know for a fact that you had help with that letter. Because what is he, like 7, 8, 9? What kid that age says those types of things? It just did not make sense. But it was good to see them talk through and kind of solve an issue. They were both accountable, and that is what makes a marriage. So I give them that. We have an update. As people know, this is supposed to be a recap with Watch Your Mouth reviews, but he is sending me text messages. He lives in Florida. I guess they're having some sort of hurricane. It's been constant storms. So he lost electricity, his internet. I guess the internet is down, all sorts of things. So that is okay, James. If you're able to join, you're welcome to come back. If you're not able to join, it's okay. We're going to keep discussing the episode. Moving it along, we see Amy and Chaotic, and they end up talking about Chaotic's video shoot. When Amy walked into the video shoot, she's seeing Chaotic holding Erica Banks up into the air, which obviously they are both flirting with this man, but I've been kind of annoyed with Amy just because she's starting to seem a little bit messy, because it's like, girl, why do you care? This is not your man. It's supposed to be your friend. You're on camera saying that you do not care. Erica Banks has also said that she does not want him. Yet you both keep going for this man and you both keep arguing over this nigga. As a female, I'm just like, I'm not arguing over no man. Like, you have to become a husband in order for me to argue with you. Other than that, what's the point in arguing with men? I just or over a man. It doesn't make sense. So they're not arguing with each other about Chaotic, but they seem to be throwing shade against each other in their confessionals and then talking to Chaotic about the other. And I'm just kind of tired of it. So she has an issue with him holding E-Banks at the video shoot. She talks about how, like, if she decides to sleep with somebody, that means that they are hers. She does not want to share, which I can respect. There's nothing wrong with that. But the conversation between her and Chaotic just gets pretty strange. He does not take anything seriously, which is why it's weird as fuck that these women are like super interested in him. I cannot take him seriously. Like, yes, it's good to be goofy. Yes, I like to laugh, but he just seemed like he goofy all the time. Like, I can't get into that. I cannot. So the conversation is weird because Chaotic ends up getting turned off. Talk about he got the lights in his pants. The switch came on. We'll say that because I don't know if kids is coming across this channel. I have it set for them not to watch, but children don't listen. But the conversation is weird. So then after all that weird sexualized, energized ass conversation, the subject is changed, and Amy speaks on Rennie Rucci again, who we know from previous episodes. She has an issue with her because she says that a song that she wrote, Rennie Rucci ended up stealing the lyrics or something without permission. Rennie Rucci is going to be at the event and panel that Yandy's going to be at, which Amy is also going to be at. So it just seems like Amy is prepared to be in some shit with Rennie about it, especially because she's been talking about this issue since her inception on this damn episode. So I definitely feel like it's going to be a problem. So moving it on along to that event, we see the women empowerment event. We see Amy again, and she comes and she sees Erica Banks, and she flat out says in her confessional, basically, Amy wants to know if Chaotic and Erica Banks fucked. That's none of your business. I just don't get it. It's just very, very weird. I feel like who cares? It's just very immature. Maybe it's because I'm older now, but I'm like, why do you care who this man slept with if he ain't got no disease and don't belong to you? I just don't understand or see the point or the value in all of that. So Amy came to this event just ready with problems. So next thing we see is Amy explaining to Yandy about Rennie Rucci stealing songs. And what she does explain when she gives the explanation to Yandy is that it had something to do with the label. So in some way, I'm guessing these ladies were associated with the same label. Amy Luciani wrote a song. That song ended up going to Rennie Rucci. But it was the label. I guess Rennie had no actual knowledge of this happening. Amy's been painting and portraying things, or the editors, whatever the fuck. What we've been seeing is that she's making it seem like Rennie Rucci stole this song from her. She mentioned nothing of a label before. So now we're finding out that it's something to do with the label, which I'm guessing labels ultimately have the control. I don't fucking know. I review and recap shows and music. I am not an artist. So I'm assuming that that's what happens. But regardless, we find out that Amy does not hold Rennie responsible for taking the song. She holds the label responsible. She says that her issue was with how Rennie reacted to the when Amy DM'd her about it because she was blocked. So we put a pin in that for a little bit and we see the event, which to me looked cool. We see Deb Antony, Erica Banks, a couple of other influential women who've done a lot on the panel. They speak about things that you should and should not do in the realm of professionalism and being a female artist. We have James back. The
My bad,
hurricane is
y'all.
back.
Okay, for real. Sorry. Where are you? So,
Okay. I'm literally almost through the review, so I
oh,
can go
good.
backwards for fun. We
No,
can
I
get
was watching on
you
Facebook. So.
watch. Do you have any opinions you want to give?
No, because you didn't get to my favorite part yet. That's why I was like, okay, good. I'm coming back at the right time.
He
But
said I'm coming back.
yes,
So we are at the point now where we're discussing the women's empowerment event. We just got finished discussing about Amy, Luciani, Karen if chaotic, and Erica Banks done had sex. Hot mess express, as I've stated. To me, as I stated, it's just immature. I don't get it. So we are discussing Amy telling Andy about how her lyrics to the song that she wrote. She says her song was stolen by Rennie Rucci. So I was explaining how it's impactful because we finally find out that Amy does not blame Rennie for physically stealing her lyrics and the song. She says that's a label problem. She says the problem she has with Rennie is that when she confronted her about it via DM, she was blocked. But then we find out from Rennie Rucci that Rennie Rucci blocked Amy because she didn't like that all of this information was all over the blogs and she was hearing from multiple people that Amy's telling people she stole her song, which I believe Rennie because Amy has spent her entire love and hip hop life thus far. In every episode, we hear that song was stolen from her by Rennie Rucci.
it was funny because I was conflicted, and I'm gonna tell you why I was conflicted when she said that. I was conflicted because it seemed like to me at first, it seemed like that Rennie didn't want to either admit it or confront it, and I think that that's why she blocked her.
Yep. Yep.
Because I felt like it could have been a situation where a producer probably got in her ear and was trying to kind of downplay what Amy was alluding to. Now, on the flip side, I kind of see that Amy could have went to the blogs and put this information out here without knowing all the facts because she moves. So I was conflicted. I was like, I kind of could see both sides. I kind of could see Rennie Rucci avoiding the situation, but then also I can see that Amy does run her mouth a lot. So it's like I didn't know who to believe in this situation, and even us discussing it, I still don't know who to believe.
What I think happened, what I think happened, I think that they both worked with the same label, producer, something like that. I think that Amy's song went to her or something without her knowledge, obviously.
But see, we've seen people do that though. We've seen Rich do it to
This
Erica.
happens
Like we've
usually,
seen Stevie J did it to the other old girl.
but it's
So
like,
it's
how do you do this, Amy, and not like how does your music actually get stolen if it's
because a
yours?
lot of people trust their producers. That's the problem, and the managers, and that's the problem without having the proper paperwork. There's no way I could write a song and not have it contracted that song belongs to me. You give it
Yeah,
away,
because
I
Rennie
sue you.
Gucci did say too that the song is still streaming and whatnot, and there's no actual like lawsuit or anything happening.
Because she doesn't legally own the song.
So I'm like, here's
That's
the
why
thing:
I just said. That's why I
Amy
said.
needs to just stop trying to destroy someone else and maybe learn from the mistake if you're gonna be in music. Just learn from the mistake.
I
Do your
just feel
paperwork.
like you have to just send the paperwork. That's why I was shocked when Amy was alluded to this all season because I was like, okay, well, you seem to have the right set of guidance. Why was there not a contract between you and your manager
your momager,
Your
you said she was a
momager.
black Kris
Mhm.
Jenner. How
Yeah,
did she
exactly.
receive it?
Chris, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about Chris Jenner. We didn't see how she moved on her TV show. We know that them contracts go through about 5, 6 lawyers before actually getting her hands and get to one of her daughters. So we trying to figure out where was the black Chris Jenner, or does she do it the NIGGA way?
Ooh,
Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Amy. Chris Jenner don't slip like this, baby. So
listen.
I'm trying to understand
But
how this.
Amy does, what I do have to say is after watching her for so long, it's like Amy does kind of give like, oh, listen, she's a Gemini like me. I get tired of fucking Geminis making us look like from Donald Trump to Kanye West to Amy Luciani to Sierra's ass to like,
No,
oh,
the problem with Gemini's. Let me explain, because I don't think there's a problem with Gemini's. It's just the problem is that y'all use both part of y'all minds, and most people only use one part.
that's actually true.
So
We're very analytical.
absolutely, and
Yeah.
so the problem is that what y'all have to understand is that your brain actually has 4 parts.
Mhm.
So the parts that a lot of Gemini's use are the illogical parts of the brain, which is why when they say things and they say they have split personalities, is because they're really trying to fight the parts of their mindsets that are illogical. If that makes sense, we all have illogical mindsets. Y'all need to do. I'm telling you, do go to school, study
Go
biology,
to school.
you study the mind, study the part, and don't study psych. Because I understand that a lot of people study psychology. I understand we live in a psychological universe. I totally get it. I stand from the type that I believe that a lot of things are more scientific than psychological. So that's why I am this way. So yeah, Gemini just get a bad rep. I don't believe that they're really as bad as people think they are. I just think they just get a bad rep because they're not taught to use their mindset correctly.
Yeah, that's true. It's also when you're extremely analytical and catch shit faster than most people, you're gonna be an asshole. That's just how it is. I'm a Gemini, but I'm a nice person unless you piss me off.
I
But
think I
most
was
of the time,
supposed to be one. I think because I'm born a month early. I'm born on April 25th of April. I think I was supposed to be one because I also am analytical and I'm very precise in what I catch strategically. So I think that that's the part of me that is on the cusp of that Taurus. I am stubborn. I'm not going to lie. I very much, but I think that that's been taught to me more so. I apologize for my dog barking in the background. I apologize about that, but yeah.
I like animals. It's fine. I prefer to hear a dog bark than people talk. We're gonna move it along in the episode. So after Amy explains this to Yandy needs a moment. So Yandy decides to set up a meeting between two people that she keeps hearing from multiple avenues do not like each other and have a beef. So it's like, yes. So Yandy had her little producer moment as she produced this argument between Rennie Rucci and Amy. It started off okay. It seemed like, and I said this earlier while you were dropped out, when Amy explained to Chaotic how she was going to potentially see Rennie at this event, I knew, and I still stand by it. I said, oh, she coming there wanting to start some shit, make a name for herself. Now, when they got to arguing and doing all of that, Rennie Rucci actually ended up walking away. She's like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Amy, like, listen, hollering and stuff is not gonna make you look big and bad. You just gonna Miss Deb came and checked her. Yandy checked her. The panelists, one of the doctors on the panelists checked her. Mita, everybody checked her. Listen, Love and Hip Hop, it seemed like it's trying to recover from the ratchet days because they showed it, they showed to film these people trying to explain to her if you want to make it in the industry, if you want to make it really throughout life, you can't just go off on people because you feel disrespected. Sometimes it's going to happen, sometimes it's warranted, but it should not be happening often or at
Let
events
me,
that are meant to uplift black women. Like,
and that was my whole thing about that. And this is why I said Love and Hip Hop be on some bullshit. Mona, where is you at in this? Because I felt like looking at that scene, I was like, Yandy, you knew what you was doing. And
mm-hmm.
this was so stupid of you to do because now you're giving MTV exactly the ammunition because you already know how I feel about MTV and black shows. You already know how I feel about that. Yeti is giving MTV the ammunition they need to exploit us in the worst way possible. Because it doesn't work the same when Jersey Shore shows their asses. It doesn't work the same when them teen moms get on this TV and show their asses. So I would think that y'all will understand that this is a way for MTV to really undo what they did, which is not project black shows because it works better with the white folks. That's how they are, and I don't care because I know MTV. I see MTV for what it is. MTV ain't had a black show in I don't know how long, and now all of a sudden, this is the light that y'all want to show us out of women's empowerment. Out of all things, it'd be different if they was out front in their cars and they just decided to go to vote like they did in past seasons. But y'all gonna choose this kind of thing to make a mockery of it to show this. Okay.
Yeah, I think I was just annoyed. I think that everybody know how to act and when to act, a certain type of way. I just feel like Amy in general has been waiting for a moment and probably in her little head because it is her first time on television. So maybe in her head she was like, yeah, I've been talking about it. Now I'm a seer. I have to do the most. And it's like, no, no, no. You should have
And
waited.
that's the perception that we like. No, you don't have to do the most. You actually can do the bare minimum and still be
Mhm.
seen. The problem is y'all don't know how to maneuver your intellect, and that's the problem with a lot of y'all reality stars that I cannot stand. If you do how to play the game, you knew you could know how to be messy and still keep a smile and still get all that shit started and still look like you the good one at the end of the day. Y'all need to learn how to do that shit. I'm telling you, it would be phenomenal to see somebody actually play it smart like that. And like I said, the only person I ever known to do that on national TV was Mary Cosby.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only person I ever known on reality TV to actually look like her shit was all out there. But she still kept it cute, argued with you, made you look stupid. It still was iconic on the show. So until then, I don't want to hit to this. Why I said Amy, like I said, a lot of black women do is they trip over their own foot a lot of the times, and I don't like it because it makes us look ignorant as hell. And when I say us, black people as a collective, and I'm already saying this again, this is MTV. This is what they want to let y'all know that there is a difference between the two, and y'all are not seeing that because you know this is a show that's already been on TV before.
Yeah. But that was actually where the episode ended. We will get it looks like we'll get more next week. I'm confused on why a lot of these people were in the promo um what is it? The promo post videos, all of that they did. We have not gotten much of Jock and Kendra. We're just now getting Andy.
Praise the
Um
Lord.
no, I'm just like, well, why are they a
Oh,
part
I
of the
want you
show?
to do something before we get off of here. Go to the private chat comment and pull that up, please.
You want to go to the website, James?
I do. Go to the website and pull that up, please. I need you to do this.
He wants to see the Frost Beast. If it, okay, I'm
Oh, not you freezing. Go off camera a little bit because you freezing.
give it a second. I don't know what the heck happened. I got kicked out of my
I know.
own.
I was trying to tell you to go off camera before that happened, so because you were freezing up, I was like, "Oh, go off
Oh
camera."
no, 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 it's okay. It's totally fine.
Bring
But
up my frost.
the
Bring up
site, I
my.
was trying to go to the site. That thing would not load. So
Wait, really?
yeah, it tried to, but whatever website engine they're using
Oh Lord, give me
is
control
it's
real
it's
quick.
giving She by Sheree, the site. But hey, we could you got it?
Yeah, go ahead. I got you.
Hold on.
Okay.
Look here. Look at God.
Uh-huh. Now let me go to now
Shrimp and grits,
$25. Okay,
southern
I'm gonna
fried
read it.
okra, Brussels sprouts, crab claws. Gotta have a cheeseburger. I thought she said brunch.
Yes. Do this look like brunch to you?
This I
Because
probably because they have grits.
that's it. Steak and potatoes, house salad, Caesar salad. This is more lunch and dinner esque than it is. See, they have brunch bites.
Oxtails and grits. Why they charging so much for the oxtails?
That's what I'm saying. Like I was looking at some of these prices. I said, wait a fucking minute here. The lamb chops, I understand. The
This menu looks like her good friend Candy's Blaze menu.
oh, I wasn't gonna go there, but she went
It's the
there.
same food. It's steak. I see shrimp and grits. It's even the desserts are some. I hate almond joy, by the way. My husband eats that shit, and
I hate that too.
I hate
I'm
that
not.
shit. I don't know why he eats it. Something's wrong with that man.
Why do y'all have floats here,
People like floats.
girl? We is not 10. Like
They're
the heck?
$20.
Wait, this is coffee.
Oh shit! Why is the coffee $15?
Yeah. Turk and Rashida. Why?
They
What the
charge
heck?
it.
$6 for some. Y'all is lost y'all fucking minds. Okay, signature drinks. Okay.
You're making me hungry, dude.
Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to. I needed you to see this shit. Sorry.
You're hella funny. We love to look at a good menu, a picture. I want to go eat at some of these places actually for.
So what I'm gonna say is this: I looked at their menu. We looked at their menu online because I'm messy like this. I need to see for myself, and I want to share with the world because y'all need to see that. They're not terribly priced, but some of that, no, I don't get brunch from that menu though. I'm just gonna keep it honest with you guys.
I
I
don't
don't
think
get brunch.
Rashida and Kirk understand what goes into a restaurant. I think that because he thought he said his background's in music, and
Well,
she
see, it's a bistro in a bar, but it's brunch style. Now, if they just kept it at bistro, I wouldn't be mad at this menu. But the fact that they said brunch, none of that was brunch material. It's
they
just,
don't know. They didn't even know that the
but
place was in a
they're parade.
historic district. They don't even know the location of where they're at. So how are they gonna understand that? You got to. We
I'm
can
just
only
saying, like, if
ask
y'all go,
people.
this is why we get education. This is why nobody just opens up a place and just, this is where you do your research. I could tell you got to do research. I just wanted to do some shit just to do it. And this is why I have a problem with this because I want to see successful restaurants in Atlanta. I will be in Atlanta soon. I want to support, but I cannot support when it is fuck shit.
But
Now, the
it's
restaurant.
fuck shit.
Now, when the restaurant looks very nice, I'm not gonna lie, I am very impressed. The furniture looks very nice. I am not gonna lie, I am very impressed. That menu needs some work. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not impressed. So it is, it's giving lackluster. But I'm just saying, Kirk and Rashida do better. But that's all. That's all I got.
All right. Well, that is our recap for this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 11, episode 8. We will be back next Wednesday, as always, to recap this show. You can also catch me on James' show, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. We will be recapping Bell Collective, Real Housewives of Atlanta there. It is August.
It is
Thugs.
August, and then next week I gotta find a filler too. So stay tuned because I will find a filler. They're done rapping with Married to Medicine, so I don't want to do a recap of the last season just yet. Oh, and some tea drop that Dr. Contessa is going to have an appearance on the show.
Of course. She got close with the groups. I'm not
I
surprised.
don't want her back.
I'm just hoping it's minimal. We
Yes.
don't care for her. As for the Business Best Reviews, we have Love and Hip Hop Miami's coming back August 14th. So we will be recapping that as well. And then we also have a song review that's going to be happening probably in the next 40 minutes. And we now have a Skip the Line feature for the artists who want to not wait because I've been having the longest lines for song submissions, which is a blessing. So now you can pay to skip the line and all of
And I
those.
will be back to do a song review soon, you guys. I promise I will be back. I know you guys love me on that, and I will be back. I promise.
You will be
I
back.
just have to figure out my life right now. So, but I will be back.
Not figure out your life.
I
He
mean,
will be back. James, as always, he's basically a part of the channel. That is really all that we have going on. So I appreciate everybody for watching, and we'll be back next week.
bye, guys.
Adios.